Hello and welcome to Robbie's Lobby Hobby of Gaming, where I will be playing more Final Fantasy II. I think I actually may know where I'm supposed to be going. I was about to butcher that one. There's a cave right there in the middle. Alright, sorry. Gotta go make sure that my dog didn't get trapped out in the garage again. Yeah, so I'm gonna be in this room still for quite a while, because the room where I'm supposed to be gaming in is not cleared out like it was supposed to have been. I've done everything I was supposed to do. The other person that was supposed to do what they were supposed to do what they were supposed to do. Yay. There's a tongue twister. You guys are get stunned by fire. I just made her use fire on herself. Oh no. You know what? It's still pretty weak. Why not? Why not just have her use it on herself? Yeah, Maria's got a fire level up. Cave is the real deal, yo. Dealio. You've got to be kidding me. I think I was supposed to have come here this all this time. That I don't want to sacrifice. But if we take a look at his real strength and we minus 20, it's only at 76. those shields went way up there. Wait, how did I not see Bonnie! That's your real voice? What do you mean? This is where you need the black and white mask. So basically the Spherion character that is blocking the door, you must put the black mask on him. I don't think I can put the black mask on just yet. Why do you always get poisoned every single time? Every single time. It's you. You always get poisoned. Why? Why? Also, apparently in this version of the game, the Pixel Remaster version, basically all the Pixel Remasters just closely resemble their initial releases. So basically any enhancements that have been made to the game, where there's like the mini game, there's the bonus dungeons are all taken out. So pretty much at the end of this game, having Joseph and the others survive just clearly isn't going to work out. I thought they were already finished with their attacks. Only 3 of them attacked. Okay, look, 1, 2, and then the third one. Take that. So instead of leveling up warp, you want to level up teleport against the enemies. Teleport them out of the field. Teleport and or warp should work on everything and anything when it's extremely high level, because the chance of missing is so slim, and the chance to completely obliterate and destroy your enemies will always probably be close to 100%. Look, you always get poisoned. You're such a weakling. I hate the fact that I always have to, like... Wrong one. I always have to cure you. Yeah, so, like, you have Isuna and then Basuna, which, I think Basuna is able to be used outside of battles, while Esuna is used in battle, or something like that. I don't know, I'm still very weirded out by how that one works. I still don't know too much about it. Okay, I found the doppelganger. I have the masks. Do I have to go back to the keep? See, and she gets turned to stone. Lila, you are such an easy target, it's ridiculous. Like, your stats aren't even bad either. And you just... Oh, this character's so annoying. She's one of my favorites. Killer Mantis. See, I'm so powerful that you can't even touch me. Well, it's also because my evasion is ridiculously high. Ooh, what is this? I was like, ooh, what is this? Ah, this is where I need to go. Yeah, screw you, guys. Seriously. Wow, look at all this. They have like every book here. I don't need that many, but whatever. Skill do I have left? Okay, quite a bit. Oh, hey, hey, Velis. There's that better? Yeah, so I uninstalled and reinstalled my drivers today, and then I oh boy, what do you call it? I also reinstalled Twitch as well, the studio beta version. I think what had happened is that there was a problem with the with the drivers or something, or with Twitch. So when I reinstalled everything, so what's happening now is that you can't see it, but right up here in this corner of my Twitch, I now have a live thing overlay kind of thing going on, and it actually shoots the messages up over there, but your messages will come into the right. Wait, I'm sorry, wait, what? Eh? Oh, I didn't even know they even did that. Man, this place has everything I think, doesn't it? Hey, nothing. Oh, well, I wouldn't know too much or anything about that, only because I just have the Twitch thing on the Twitch streaming beta thing. That's about it. I don't really have anything else. I kind of didn't even know there even was anything else. Pooey. This is where I put the white mask on the statue. Bright light. Yeah, so, well, like I said, I was having a problem with it, but now, because originally, the reason why I think that there was a problem, because, again, originally I thought that there was a problem with it, because I remember I had, what was it, Twitch Studio Beta version 0.108.2, and then I think for whatever they did, they had to downgrade it, so it went from version 0.108.2 to, version 0.108.1 again. So I think that probably may have caused some problems with my Twitch. Now everything seems fixed. You guys should be able to hear the music. Now pretty much every game I play should no longer have a music issue, except for how loud it may be. Because every time I stream or play games, I try to make sure that the music, because the music was set like this. I was like, okay, I thought that was going to be decent enough, but I guess it was still too loud, so I moved it to there. It's like I don't want to have to yell over the music, but I also want you guys to also enjoy the music. Brain. But yeah, like I said, now that I have a Twitch overlay at the top left-hand corner, I can see what you guys are saying now instead of having to, like, crack my neck or snap my neck, constantly looking over to the right. But I can just look up to the top left-hand corner now. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. Kind of like it. I wish I knew what else I could do with it. Because I kind of want to move it down just a little bit to where... Because like I said, your guys' messages I need to fix. That's way too far on the right-hand side. I can never figure out how to get your guys' messages. I don't know if you can see the mouse cursor. But your guys' messages show up right here. I don't know why they're not showing right here in the top right-hand corner. That I don't understand. That I have to fix. Actually, I could probably fix that right now. Can you guys send messages a little bit? Like, send like one message every 10 seconds or 5 seconds or something so I can see? Please? I know I'm probably gonna be a little demanding on this. Hi, no. Top. Nope, there. Oh dear lordy, he's spamming. I was like, oh dear lordy, he's spamming. No, you guys are spamming. Stop. Oh, I can add test message. I don't get it. Why is it? See, I wanted to do that, but I can't. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Laugh it up, guys. Laugh it up. Oh, well. I have to fix that. I'm not going to fix it during an actual stream. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Nothing's still having fun over there. He's like, oh, there he goes. Do I get to decipher that or something? Oh god. Alright, Bender 01011010011001100110011001001. I think Bender from Futurama would be proud. Of course, everyone right now is probably throwing their milk at me or something. They're like, why did you do that? You're welcome. I thought I saw two. Nope, there was a one in there. They're all ones. They're all ones. Oh, amnesia's confusion. Okay. Rats. Oh, sweet. She gets to run away. Awesome. Please succeed. Please succeed. Is she gonna succeed? No, she did not. She let me down. A 2 in his dreams. He was probably going, no. It's kind of creepy. Yep, there we go. Okay, I am now finally making progress in this game. It took a while, but oh, finally making progress. Okay, let's see here. There's a chest there, chest there. Okay, first things first, let's check the top left-hand side corner first. Okay, everybody run away. Perfect, perfect. More black flan, okay. Yeah. My friend was explaining to me that the number sequence in codes makes so much more sense than in an actual speaking language. It's probably the reason why that guy in the Matrix got off when Neo saved Trinity. Believe it or not, I've actually never seen any of the Matrix movies because I really just don't care. I know everyone's out there like, but alright, let's let the rage begin. So here are the movies I refuse to see, and I will tell you the reasons why. I refuse to see the Hobbit movies and the Lord of the Ring movies because my cousin made me watch the Hobbit cartoon, which I hated so much that I vowed to never watch anything with the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. Yes, I know it's probably a stupid reason, but no. Fast and Furious movies, haven't seen it, all 9 of those at all. Haven't seen, don't really care much for cars. I know it's got action in it, but to me it's a car movie, and I'm not just really into cars. No, like I said, it's literally just because I watched the Hobbit cartoon, and I truly and respectfully would have to say that I think that is the reason why, right there, I will never watch Lord of the Rings movies. Because even though the Hobbit is different from Lord of the Rings, I can kind of see and tell what's going on. Yeah, there was a Hobbit cartoon. It's really freaking old, too. I think this was made several years after the books had came out. It's like funny, like every time I've ever said that, nobody believes me about the cartoon. But there's a cartoon. I haven't seen the Matrix movies. I don't really care much for them. I've seen a little bit of them, just not interested. And Indiana Jones, I have not seen either. Oh no, there's much more of it to it than just that. So trust me when I say this, there's definitely a Hobbit cartoon. And the reason why I hated that is because it's so slow. Oh, I just finally finished watching The Batman today. This cartoon's like 40 minutes. No, it's so short. It's a very short cartoon, and it drove me insane. I was actually bashing my head on something. My cousin's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Dude, this movie sucks so bad." That's just how bad it was for me, at least anyway. Again, so I finished The Batman today. I would not have chosen the woman that played Catwoman. She was strong, but she seemed very out of place. Oh, so it was 1977. Okay, I thought it was in the 70s or something like that. Robert Pattinson, he is such a weak Bruce Wayne, and he is such a weak Batman, it's ridiculous. To me, it's like giving a child a magnifying glass and telling them to not burn ants. That's pretty much what he was to me. Probably a wrong analogy, but it's the best I can come up with it. I think the man who played Commissioner Gordon was actually he did a good job. I'm not thrilled with who they chose to play the Joker. Oh, I'm so sorry about spoilers if I'm gonna spoil this for anybody, but it was just a huge disappointment. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a good, wonderful movie. I will be honest with that. It's just the choices that were made in that movie, I did not like. But I guess this is like, you know, the beginning of how, you know, Bruce Wayne was starting to become Batman. Like, he was learning from his mistakes, you know, cataloging everything that he was doing. That I actually appreciate it because that's small details, you know, that they add in movies, kind of like, you know, to me, kind of like that in a way. But it's just the woman who played Catwoman, it was just a weak performance. When Robert Pattinson was Batman, it felt like he was really seriously pulling his punches. He wasn't being intimidating, you know, he wasn't giving the reason why he was Batman. Hey, wait, what analogy did I use again? Okay, I guess to make it more simple, pretty much everyone's choice was just horrible. Let's just make it that way. That's just my opinion, though. No, she didn't lack grace. Like, she had the moves. She was portrayed as a strong ally to Batman. She really was. It's just I would not have chosen that person. I don't know her name, so I can't say, you know, the actress's name. I don't know. I don't know her. Well, there's a lot of things I'm probably saying right now that's probably also coming out wrong, so don't worry. If it's anybody's head, it's going to be mine, not yours. Like I said, Robert Pattinson was just a very weak character in general, portraying as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I know he had COVID. That's another thing about this movie, though, too, is that in some scenes, you can just see how sick he looks. And I know it's because of the COVID situation that he went through, but dear God, he just looks so pale. He looks so sick, and it's just like, oh my gosh. It's like, this poor man. Like, because there's like a scene, kind of like spoiler, where he's talking with Alfred, but the way where the camera was aimed at him and how he looked, he just looked dead. Like I said, I felt bad because I know he caught COVID during the filming process and everything, but again, like, this man just looks so sick. And you could just see it and tell it, you know, tell in his face. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I've never ever heard of those people. See, like, I don't know the right words. That's why I say persons. I don't know who they are. Yeah, like I said, I don't know who he is. I want that treasure. It's like, I always do those one things that probably are really gonna tick off, you know, make people upset is, for me, out of all the Batmans out of all the actors that have ever portrayed Bruce Wayne / Batman, for me, it will always be Michael Keaton. The Joker would be Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. I can't leave out both of those. Like, they have to be included in there. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Out of Halle Berry, what's her name? Zoe Kravitz. She's not. I wouldn't have chosen her. I wouldn't have chosen Halle Berry. Like again, to me, it's just they had very weak performances in the movie. It's like I said, like, I cannot explain this without upsetting anybody, but you know, that's just how it's gonna be. It's just the way it's gonna go. Overall, again, to more simplify the movie is amazing, but the actors and actresses that were chosen, other than Alfred, the man who plays Alfred, and the man who played Commissioner Gordon. I actually can't recall the names of the songs, so I don't think I've ever heard of new artists, even though this person may be an old artist. I just barely found out about All Time Low. Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. Yeah, there's literally no, like, oh my god, we have to go see the Batman. Literally, I don't think anyone ever had that after they saw the movie. It's just like, oh, okay then. It's like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna go see Spider-Man No Way Home this weekend. And it's like, oh my god, dude, you've got to go see No Way Home. You know, it's like, that's literally how Spider-Man was. But Batman is not like that. Yeah, like I said, I've never even heard of that person. I live under a boulder. I usually tell everybody I live under a mountainside, because that's pretty much what my life is. I get out, I go with my friends, see movies, hang out, do stuff like this, but other than that, I'm always home. Oh. Yeah, let's, I don't remember if it was one of you guys that were in here when I was talking about this. Like, say for example, like, I get famous for whatever reason why, and they're like, in Bethesda, Microsoft, you know, Microsoft's Bethesda now, I guess you could say, chose me to represent Fallout 5. Like, if the game sucked, I would not lie to you guys about that at all. I would not hype up people to see something that I personally would not enjoy, but I would definitely try to give as many pros to the movie as possible. Yeah, Jared Leto's a better singer. He should stay out of the acting business. It's like, I asked my cousin about that. My cousin clearly told me, he's like, I don't know Jared Leto, the actor. I only know Jared Leto, the singer from 30 Seconds to Mars. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, because he does not like Jared Leto as an actor. And, ooh, finally. And neither do I. Like I said, it's like that actor. Oh! Dude, the guy who played the Penguin, I had no idea that was, what's his name, Phil Collin? No, his name's Colin, no. His name's something. He's an Irish actor. He's, Oh, Paul Dano, or Dano, however you pronounce his last name, he probably was like the strongest character out of that whole entire movie as the Riddler. No joke, he was probably the most powerful actor in that whole entire movie. Oh, Colin Farrell, he was the Penguin. I had no idea that was him. Oh, Jeffrey Wright was James Gordon? Yeah, yeah, so basically Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He was actually kind of weak. Jeffrey Wright was, I think he was a good James Gordon. Andy Serkis, was a good Alfred Pennyworth. Oh, that's his name. Barry Keoghan. It's not loading. That's probably just how bad it is. He's gonna be playing as the Joker, and I can already see him failing right off the bat because at the end of the movie, spoiler, sorry guys, I was not convinced. Right? Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. The only reason why I like Batman is because he is a billionaire. He's not... Oh my god. If we're discussing this, we might as well bring in Tony Stark. So no, Tony Stark does get superpowers, actually. He gets a symbiote. It's a silverish, grayish symbiote, so he technically does get powers. So, okay, yeah, we're going to have to exclude him because I just remembered that. So anyway, Batman, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Oh dear god, I can't say the word. When he gets his godly bat suit, I think that's when he actually becomes a superhero, because it gives him super strength. It gives him so much things. It's like it's the god bat suit or something? I don't know. I know Spider-Man becomes a god at one point in the comic books. Yes, believe it or not. He gets like cosmic powers or something. Yeah, Batman is the essential as human peak condition will ever get in their entire life. He can bench press 1,000 pounds or more. He can squat over 2,000 pounds. So basically, he's like Captain America, but without the super soldier serum. So if Batman had the super soldier serum, I don't think anybody would be able to stop Batman ever. Like, he's just that good. He's already a better Captain America, but like I said, if he gets the super soldier serum, I think everyone is in a world of pain if Batman were to ever get the super soldier serum. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, Batman is the pure peak of what a human can do with their body. He is in basically the best physical peak condition any human being will ever be able to be, in their entire life. I sound like I'm pulling this out of my butt, but from what I've learned and what I've seen, like Batman would also make the most powerful Green Lantern because of his strong willpower, but the one thing that holds him back is his fear of his parents dying. If he let that go, then he would be able to become the most powerful Green Lantern, but because of his fear, he's actually would be able to become also the most powerful Yellow Lantern. So Batman actually has quite a lot going for him. He really does. Batman's insane. Insane in the man brain. Now, this would be really cool though, and also funny. If Spider-Man, at his peak, for being able to understand his powers much better, along with completely being in complete ultimate sync with the way of the spider. Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but I believe that is what it is indeed called. And if he had the super soldier serum, nobody would be able to beat Spider-Man at all. And Spider-Man can stop 3/4 of the entire Marvel cast. 3/4. That's how good he is. I'm such a nerd. Oh yeah, and Spider-Man's webbings are so strong that the Hulk can't even break them. And you're probably wondering like, no, that's a lie. No, I am dead serious. Spider-Man's webbing is so powerful, so strong, that the Hulk cannot break them. Now, they can still be cut. I think it's the tensile strength of that, that's why. Because even Tony Stark even said it's very impressive. I think that's the reason why the Hulk can't break them, because I think the more you struggle, the stronger it gets. So, I mean, like, if you cut it, you can cut it because it's a sharp blade. I mean, pretty much anything super sharp can almost cut anything. Diamond, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure a diamond can cut the spider web. Peter Parker's spider web in half. But yeah, I'm not going to get into too much of that. Whee! Oh yeah, I forgot. Barrel auto player. I can auto attack. What are we doing? Well, it was a gun. But see, the thing with Spider-Man is that if Wolverine wanted to stab Peter Parker, you know, slash Spider-Man, he would be able to do it because Peter Parker's spider sense does not sense the danger of who he considers to be his friend. So if he considers Deadpool to be his friend, Deadpool can kill him, Wolverine can kill him. It's like in one comic book sheet, Spider-Man's just like, how come you guys never invite me for poker? And then Captain America or somebody straight out says, it's because your spider sense helps you cheat. No, I don't think it's the character in general. It's just like, if you're really good friends with Spider-Man, or Spider-Man considers you to be his friend, his spider sense will never go off. Like, if you see No Way Home, spoiler alert if you haven't, Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin was kind of able to detour his spider sense a little bit. And then, like, his spider sense, like, oh crap, like something's going on. It's like that. Well, Black Cat only loves Spider-Man's suit, not him. So I think that's where he gets confused, and I think that's where a lot of individuals out there, because someone at the old casino I worked for, they told me the reason why Black Cat and Spider-Man only get married is because she's attracted to his suit, not him as a person. It's just the suits. So I was like, wow, that's a fetish. But I guess, you know, whoever's in control that day with Spider-Man. And then, you know, no, wait, isn't that like the arc where like Deadpool just magically is able to kill everybody? Streets, she belonged to the streets. I think that would be it, actually. Because I remember, like, there was like a comic book strip series that ran down where like Deadpool gets like the sword and he's able to kill Wolverine and just go nuts and kill everybody and anybody. And I think that's why he blows out Peter Parker's brains, you know, Spider-Man's brains. And then they had like that Gwen pool that, you know, Gwen Stacy as Deadpool, and people just loved it so much that she just got turned into her own little comic book strip series as well, because she was just so popular. Like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn started off as a side character, but everyone loved Harley Quinn, and then she got her own series, and people still love her. I love it when stuff like that happens. It's just like, everyone's like, oh my god, like, I just love this character, and that character was only supposed to be temporary. It was supposed to be like a little filler, and they're like, oh well, they love the character so much, I gotta put him in the series now. Again, I think that's Harleen Quinzel started off. I'm a nerd. A nerd with the bird. The bird with the nerd. I'm a nerd, and I have a bird, and the bird has a nerd. My bird doesn't like me. My bird still tries to eat me. Yeah, but she just became so popular that, like, everyone just loved her so much that she just had to be put into the part of the series after that. It's like, I love when stuff like that happens. It's so unexpected. Comic book creators are gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna create this side character, blah blah blah. And then boom, like, oh my gosh, this character's so popular, everyone loves him. Okay, I gotta keep him in. Like Pink Kryptonite. We're not gonna get into that, but that is still canon, which is very funny because nobody wants to believe it, and nobody wants it to be canon because it's so bad. And I love it so much because it's so friggin' funny because it's like, oh no, that can't happen to a superhero. Oh, you guys know that the Kaylee Kuko show where she does that, you know, the cartoon animated series, Harley Quinn, I believe what it is or whatever. I remember reading a story that women were outraged about one particular thing that they took out of the cartoon. So I'm gonna try to keep this as clean as possible. So basically, Batman was supposed to do something to Catwoman, but they were supposed to show it in shadow. And they're like, no, we can't put this out. And the reason why is because they said superheroes don't do anything like that. Like, you'd have to go look it up. But, like, the thing that I applaud more than anything is that women, millions of women who watched the show were outraged as to why they took that out. And it was so funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life. I was like, yeah, I was like, you go, girls. So it's like one of those things, like when you learn about like certain things, you're like, what? And it just like blows you away with the details. So you can go look that up and everything. Like I said, it's pretty funny. I was like, wow. I tried to tell my friend that and everything. She refused to believe me, and I was like, that's really what happened. Because I, of course, I was able to tell her the more gruesome details of it. But she was like, no. And I'm like, yeah, that's why they did it. She's like, that was wrong, because she even agreed. It was just so funny. Did Spider-Man have female Thor? That's Jane Foster, right? Was that Jane Foster at the time? And a succubus? Who got stuck with the succubus? Like, I'm not complaining, but I would definitely draw the line with that one. But who got the succubus? Was it Deadpool? It was probably Deadpool. I don't know why I'm asking that question. It was probably Deadpool. I was like, it was probably Deadpool. Like, why am I asking this question? It had to have been Deadpool. Like, him of all people, it had to have been Deadpool. You know what's really strange about this pixel remaster version? That the water looks so beautiful. And like, it's a pixel remaster, and it's insane how much details in the water. Guys, we're going down. Do you remember anything about that story with the succubus or something? Because I definitely want to know this. I think it's the other way around. Deadpool is in love with Lady Death herself, but they can't be together because Thanos gave him immortality, because Thanos was also in love with Death. And that's actually how the Infinity Gauntlet arc came to be, is that Thanos wanted to improve Death so much. That's why he got the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones to wipe out half of all of life, was to impress Lady Death. But she loved Deadpool, and Deadpool loved her back, but they can't be together. That's why Thanos granted Deadpool immortality, so he can never die. So that's why in all the comic books where he's like super sloppy with like how he attacks and everything else, is because like he's like, oh, I can't die. That's the reason why he's so sloppy with his work now in the comic books, because he can't die. And he's like so comfortable that he knows he can't die, so he just does whatever. And then we got our different version of Thanos in the Infinity movies. It had nothing to do with Lady Death. I had to explain that to my friend. She was like, I don't kind of get the story. I was like, well, do you want the original story or do you want me to tell you what's going on? So she goes, oh, give me the original. And then after I told her the whole thing I just told you guys, she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's the original. That's literally the essential story of the Infinity War. In the movie Deadpool, his cancer, he did indeed have in the comic books. But you want to know how he got his regenerative abilities? It was from the essence of Wolverine. That's how he's able to heal. So basically in the comic books, like Deadpool, he's still dying of cancer. Oh, sorry, Wade Wilson is still dying of cancer, everything else. It just happens that they had like this vial of the essence of Wolverine just lying around, and they injected that into him. That's actually what caused his cancer to appear as tumors around his entire body. That's why that's the way he looks the way he looks. Yeah, the cancer's canon no matter what. But again, in the comic books, they inject him with the vial of essence of Wolverine. He gets that healing power, but it escalates his cancer. That's why he looks like a walking tumor. And that's pretty much it. Trust me, when you're like me and you have a lot of time on your hands, yeah. Like I said, I'm a huge nerd. Like, when I want to find stuff out that I like or enjoy, like, I wanted, like, for example, like Thanos. I wanted to know about Thanos. Believe it or not, Thanos really was indeed a socio-psychopath, where, yes, he did secretly want to kill people and everything else, but his mother wanted to kill him because he had the half-deviant gene in him, and that's why he looked purple and everything. And I believe, if I remember correctly, his mother was a human. But because of the way he looked, she hated it so much that she wanted to kill him. But everybody loved Thanos. Like, everybody. His people, different races, they love Thanos. Like, he was one of the most well-beloved characters that normal society just loved him. He was popular, kind of. Yeah, like the doppelganger of Deadpool. Like, just remember one thing about Deadpool. The real Deadpool will never, ever harm a child under any circumstances. His evil doppelganger will. So if he's evil, it's probably his doppelganger. I think we've already had this discussion before, but that's as much as I know for that. The real Deadpool will never ever harm a child, whereas his evil doppelganger will. And it's kind of disturbing. It's very disturbing. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, if I want to learn something about somebody, I'll actually do the research on it. And then I got lazy and I actually found a video on YouTube about Thanos and everything else that's going on. That's actually how I know about his information. And when I did my own research, it come to find out it was indeed real. It wasn't BS. It wasn't made up. Nobody lied about it. It actually really was the real deal. Diamond Shield. Regard. He has a Chinese helmet. Oh, he also has a Chinese glove. Yeah. Yeah, they're different universes because they want to try new things, you know. It's like in the cartoon, Justice League Injustice or something like that, where Superman's like at the very end, if you haven't seen it, the Superman's like, actually, your Earth version, blah, 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 blah. We're actually Earth, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but like the problem with that is I think they're taking like the most popular story formats, and I think that's what they're turning into movies. Like with the Spider-Man, like Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, how it sets them up differently. Because you know, his Uncle Ben dies, but his Aunt May never dies. But spoiler alert, if you still haven't seen it, in No Way Home, Aunt May dies. So basically, he's back to being an orphan. Well, I mean, he always was an orphan, but he's, you know, he doesn't have any more family. It's just, that's it. His mom and his dad are dead, his uncle and his aunt are dead too, and that's it. Yeah, Morbius, yeah, no. I could already have told you that was probably going to be a fail. It's like, my friends and I would always get in an argument, but like, dude, how do you know everything about this and everything? Because, perfect example is when Cyberpunk 2077 was coming out, and they had to keep postponing it. And the moment I heard that they postponed it 3 times, I was like, you know what, guys? I think Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna really suck. Boy, oh boy, did I call that. Oh yeah, Captain Marvel. I love Captain Marvel. I also loved it when they made her like with her hair go up and she looked like a Super Saiyan. I thought that was awesome. Well, yeah, like he, Spider-Man even states that he got his Uncle Ben killed. Both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire saying that, you know, he got him killed. Because he let the person go. I think that was Andrew Garfield's. Hey, look, it worked. I killed the boss with warp. But she is very, very powerful, though. Like, stupidly powerful. That's why in Avengers Endgame, when she fights against Thanos, even though he had all 6 of the Infinity Stones, he could not hold her back. Because, technically, because she got her power from an Infinity Stone, that the Infinity Stones were resonating with her. So, as she was holding on to the gauntlet, she was actually absorbing all 6 of the stones' powers. That's why she was able to overpower him. That's why she had him when he was like this. She was like this above him. That's the only reason why. Because she was resonating with the stones, and the stones were giving her power because she's kind of part stone. Oh, Brie Larson. You know, to each her own, man. Like, I'm not going to defend the actress at all. It's not because I don't want to or because of these reasons, but I'm definitely going to stay out of that because I will say one thing, though. When you're a weak actor or weak actress, I don't think there's any redemption for you. And that's where I'm going to say that with Brie Larson. And Jared Leto. Hey, who's that guy that played in the that movie The Room where he's like, oh, hey, Mark. Where he's like, oh, why no vampires? Or something like that. Yeah, he's probably like the worst one in the entire world. And so if he can be an actor, I can be an actor. I'm just going to say it. It's like I said, I probably would start controversy with this. I don't know what the community is. I don't, the only streaming devices I have is HBO Max, which I'm waiting for them to stop because I canceled my subscription with them. Same thing goes for Disney Plus, so I'll be losing those in about maybe June, July, August or something like that because I can't afford the streaming services right now. That's why I had to cancel them. I think the funny part about Brie Larson is when I actually lost respect for her is during an interview where the person was, you know, just going with their comic book character role, and they're like, "Oh, do you believe that Captain Marvel's able to wield Mjolnir?" And without hesitation, she says yes, and I'm just going like, "No, she cannot wield Mjolnir. Mjolnir will never choose her. She's too cocky. She's like Mjolnir will just no." like, even if like she doesn't know anything about it or like whatever, yeah, just like no, just no, no, no. Dear lordy, what? It's like, Heather Kegel, I think that's her name. I think that was the same reason. Oh, I actually got you on this one. I got you on this one. You ready for this? I think there's a meme and everything that goes around, that's going around at the last casino I worked for, and it went something like this. I'm gonna paraphrase it. It said, "You can do anything, and if you believe you can't, just remember one thing: Nicolas Cage can still get movie roles. So if he can still act, you can do anything," or something like that. I was like, dang. I was like, I don't know who hates Nicolas Cage, but like, dear God. Oh yeah, I don't have TV. I don't have cable in my room. I don't have cable in the room I'm in right now, and I don't have cable in my new room, so I can't watch TV. I get internet TV, but I only get certain channels. One of them happens to be Kitchen Nightmare, so. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind. Oh, my grandmother loves Nicolas Cage. Oh, since we're on Nicolas Cage and everything, did you know that Nicolas Cage has a Ghost Rider tattoo? And Ghost Rider is his I believe, if I remember correctly, his all-time favorite Marvel character. That's why he wanted to portray Ghost Rider, for that very reason. I told you I'm a nerd. He has a Ghost Rider tattoo. He wanted to play Ghost Rider, and he got the photo. He got the. I said poke. He got the part of Ghost Rider because he loves the character. It's his favorite character. I love it when Nicolas Cage gets that crazy acting where he's like, ah, it's laughable. Well, since my friend is in acting, he told me this. I don't know if this happens or anything, but he said that if an actor has to ask his director what his motive is, then that is a bad director. Because if the actor can't figure out what the director wants, and if the actor or actress or whoever has to initially ask what's their motivation or anything like that, then the director is bad. Like, then you have a bad director. Because, like, my friend was telling me, because he watched people, like I said, because he was, like, one of the 25th final contestants. I can never speak correctly, and it really irritates me. He was one of the 25th final contestants to play Finn in Star Wars Episode 7. And when he was watching people, this and that, he told me that during that time, when he had other people go up there and you're like, well, what's my motivation? Then you know your director is bad. You know what? I actually really enjoyed that ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I don't care what anybody says. I will defend that. It was actually really good. I legitimately thought that they wanted to experiment with this movie to see if it would do well, and I actually really enjoyed it. So believe it or not, I would not mind a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I would actually encourage it. Willy's Wonderland, yes, thank you. You know what? During that whole movie, I legitimately thought that he was getting superpowers from what he drank. I thought that's how he was just like, just destroying stuff. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like, if they actually made a Five Nights at Freddy's movie just because of the Willy's Wonderland, I would so be down to watch it. I would go to the movies to watch it. Like, I really enjoyed that movie with Nicolas Cage. You know, I would really enjoy to meet Sean Schamal. Oh, dear lordy. Who did the voice of Gohan before she stopped? It was Natalie something. I want to meet her, too. Yeah, it's like in the Batman, I noticed at times, like, it was just towards, like, the very end where the Riddler was basically in Arkham Asylum, where he was like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, really? Like, you could tell, like, the way his voice was constantly, like, changing, spiking, and just, like, turning. It was just so out of place. It's like, dude, like, what? Yeah, Christopher Sabat, he does the voice of Vegeta and Piccolo. Sean Schamal does a lot of the voices in Dragon Ball Z. King Kai, stuff like that. Ooh, I want to meet Ian Corlett. He was the original voice actor for Goku. And then I think because there's actually 3 versions of the Tree of Might, if I remember correctly. The original... No, wait. What was it? Was it Dead Zone? I think it was Dead Zone. I think it was Dead Zone or it was Tree of Might. There was actually 3 voice actors for Goku because they couldn't, like, make up their mind. So one of them was James, I think his name was James Ian Corlett, Sean Schamal, and then I forgot the other guy. But James Ian Corlett and the other guy did really well, and then, like, Sean Schamal comes along, but, you know, I'm not gonna lie, if we did not get Sean Schamal, we would not have got that epic Super Saiyan 3 transformation, so I'm not gonna make fun of him on that one. Oh yeah, Vic, where the allegations that they had, and I watched a video where he was in tears or was about to break into tears because of how they falsely accused him. And they have audio clippings of Sean Schamal and Christopher Sabat, I believe, doing nasty jokes about a community that went 180, if that makes any sense. So, like, because I enjoy women, or I only date women, they were making fun of those people that were the opposite. And there's, like, clips of them floating around. So, like, they get to keep their job, they don't get penalized for it, but Vic did. But like I'm saying, like, I think, like, the best Dragon Ball Z voice actors for Goku was James Ian Corlett. Oh my god, I feel so... Okay, hold on. Hold on, we're about to find out. Who are the voice actors for Goku in Dragon Ball Z? His name is Peter Kelamis? Kelamis? He was really good. No, Ian James Corlett. I had his name backwards. Ian James Corlett and Peter Kelamis. Those were actually really good voice actors for Goku. And I mean, like, really, really good voice actors. But like I said, if we never got Sean Schamal, we would have never had that epic Super Saiyan 3 transformation stream. Or the Janemba fight one, too, so... It's like Johnny Depp right now. I watched some of his clips because of the false allegations that Amber Heard made against him and everything. He has to follow that till the day he dies because of that, because of her. It's like, dang. I don't want to get too much into it or any trouble, but I honestly think that Amber Heard has what she has coming to her. Johnny Depp will still get in trouble, I believe, because both parties are guilty, but Amber is in a lot of trouble. Because I think Amber actually carried out with the physical attacks, where Johnny Depp was more verbal. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think both parties are guilty, because he has been verbally saying things, but I think Amber Heard was the one that's been actual physical. Yeah, there's like a recording of Johnny Depp beating up his cabinet or something, but yeah, that may be physical, but it's not against her. But like, I'm not trying to take sides. I'm just saying, like, I think Amber's gonna be in more trouble than Johnny Depp will be. It's like, he even stated that he had a really good running relationship with Disney. Now Disney don't want anything to do with him at all. And it's like, really? Like, come on. It's like, if Pee-wee Herman can get his show back after what he did, then yeah, Disney can keep Johnny Depp. This is asinine. Like, no joke. If everyone remembers what Pee-wee Herman did, because like, come on, man, it's Pee-wee Herman, for crying out loud. And like, if he can still get work, or he can get back into his shows and whatnot, then I think Johnny Depp can keep his job. I think Disney can be like, I think Disney can keep him. Like, it's just stupid. And he's also never watched any of the Pirates of the Caribbean's movie either, by the way. Yeah, well, I always found stuff like that just messed up. It's like the reason why I don't want to talk about a lot of stuff, or try to pick, you know, an actual sides, because, you know, it's just like, oh, like, I'm a guy, I'm going to defend Johnny Depp. And it's just like, no, like, the evidence is all there. It's all there. And they keep, what, they keep getting new evidence nonstop or something like that? Well, yeah, that's another thing, though, too. Like, I remember reading something about this. Us as a man in this world, it's like, oh, you know, if you get a girlfriend or everything, like, your girlfriend's gonna be like, oh, if you don't do this or anything, my boyfriend's gonna kick your butt. Like, it's an automatic response to violence. It's like, oh, because I'm a guy, everything has to be about violence. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. And once I read that and I noticed that, like, I remembered greatly that, you know, it's just like, my family would always say, like, if you don't, you know, if you don't behave yourself, I'm gonna come over there and beat your butt, you know, kick your butt or whatever, this or that and everything. It's just like, the violence gets implemented into your brain at a very young age, and it's hard to rewire that. And that's just how, yes, that's how society is. I agree with that. But at the same time, it's technically, it's not the fault of it. Because like I said, like when you're a kid, if you remember anything about your childhood, do you remember anything about your parents saying that they'll beat your butt? You know, but they don't say that they'll spank you. They'll just say, I'm gonna kick your butt. Like, not the actual, like, thing. They always resort to violence or something. Like, that's why. Yeah, see, that right there. Like what you just said. Yeah, I'm the same way. People call me a wimp and everything else because I don't want violence. It's just like, not everything's about violence, you know? It's like one person asked me something, and they're like, well, how come you don't want to get into conflicts and fight? I was like, I'll tell you what my dad told me. I'm going to tell you guys what my dad told me. If I ever get in a fight with somebody, it doesn't matter if it's one time, I am to put them in the hospital. And if they didn't learn their lesson the first time, and they healed and they came after me a second time, so if they come after me the second time, it's, you no longer put them in the hospital, you put them in the ground. So, yes, that's what I was told. That's what I was taught. That's how he raised me. That's why I try to avoid violence. is because of what I was told. Who tells a child something like that? Who? Who in their right mind tells their child that? And yes, that is deeply implemented into my brain. I'll say it one more time. First time, put them in the hospital. If they don't learn the second time, put them in the ground, because they'll definitely learn their lesson after that. When I told this to one person, was like, well, they'll be dead. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. And they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, you see where this is going now? It's not healthy. Yeah, and we're not in the Wild Wild West or anything. Like, oh, he's a cheating scumbag. You know, boom. You know, take out your gun. Like, see, back in the Wild West was violent. They didn't have to shoot or kill anybody, and they had jail cells, man. They had jail cells. They could have just just shoved them in there and locked the door. But no, they had to shoot and kill them. Over because somebody had to, like, oh, pull up 5 aces somehow. Yeah, but see, I was taught, though, too, if someone is trying to take my life and I feel like they are going to take my life, then the question is whose life is more important? Is my life more important than theirs, or is their life more important than mine? Well, the obvious choice is my life is more important to theirs, so I will defend myself until I am the last one standing. In that circumstance, that is okay. Anything else? No. And again, I think that's where part of the issue and the problems come in, is because when we're growing up, we're always prone to having violence implemented into us for no reason. That's the problem. Yeah, and they have public hangings too. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, we could definitely bring back some public hangings for a lot of necessary reasons. Yeah, it's in school. Like, again, I know this is probably gonna be controversy, but this is a conversation that was actually held in my classroom at school. A teacher said something because they brought up how abortion laws were being changed, and they wanted to basically let the ladies know about what was going on, this and that, and everything else. And I forgot what one of the young ladies said, but I asked her 2 questions. Because she said something, I was like, okay, let me ask you 2 questions. She goes, what? I was like, 1, if you had 2 chicken eggs, but one was not fertilized and the other one was fertilized, but you were not told, would you eat both of those eggs? She goes, no. I was like, no, I need you to answer me honestly. If you did not know, if I literally just gave you 2 eggs, but I didn't tell you that one of them was fertilized, and you ate both of them, well, I said, would you eat both of them? She goes, all right, fine, if you want to play it like that. She goes, yes, if I did not know that the egg was fertilized, I would eat it. I was like, okay then, do you see where the problem is at? You just ate an unborn chicken that could have had a chance. And the teacher in the background was just like this. Didn't say anything, just slow clapped. Now you're gonna love this one. Somebody said something else. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, picture yourself this. You and someone else are locked in a room, right? There's a gun on a table, just one gun. Now, in order for anybody to make it out alive, you had to kill the other person. And like everyone just gets really quiet. They're just staring at me now because this is like, oh my god, this guy's a psycho, right? Now, I asked this person, I forgot who it was, but I asked this person, I said, now, with that circumstance, whose life is more important? Is your life more important than that person's, or is that person's life more important than yours? I was like, but both of you people are going to say, well, my life is more valuable than that person's life. So you're going to pick up that gun and you're going to shoot that and kill the other person, right? And the one person that was talking, they were like, oh my god, that teacher dude just stood up, just boom, just started clapping his hands. He's like, Robert, those were the best 2 perfect examples I've ever heard from anybody ever give. And then he was like, I'm also terrified at how you even came up with that. And I just started laughing. It's like, I don't know, it just popped in my head. but he was very, like, insightful, you know, very happy that I knew the difference between these things. But yeah, it's like teaching your child karate, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, you're teaching them to discipline themselves. That's what karate, ninjutsu, all that stuff, whatever it is, it's discipline. But unfortunately, because it's discipline, it's a double-edged sword, because if you know karate, you could definitely hurt the other person if, you know, like, say if that person that knows karate and whatnot is kind of a little bit on the unstable side, yeah, they can seriously hurt somebody. It's a double-edged sword. But being taught karate is basically just discipline. It's hard discipline on yourself to maintain self-control, serenity, clarity, stuff like that. And that's the whole point. Oh yeah, the executions thing? Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, it's like when I worked at Starbucks. Like, I really don't want to talk about these subjects, but they're probably going to be brought up anyway. Two individual persons, you can probably guess what was going on, what had happened, but they were being told to get kicked out. They were going to kick them out because they were soliciting, but they were just inside the store. I think they were just wanted to use the Wi-Fi, or they were cooling down or something, or just for whatever reason. They weren't even doing anything bad. Well, I think they had the police on them, called on them to get them out, and then after that, it just became a problem, became a struggle, and then, of course, it hit the news, or something like that. Oh, there is a movie like that. It's like a space jail station where they put all the criminals in outer space, and this guy was sent there to get, like, the president's daughter or something. And one of the secret agents said, like, oh, we're running low on oxygen, so he immediately just shot and blew his brains out so that the president's daughter could get, you know, keep oxygen, keep her alive longer. But, like, he didn't have to do that, even though it was his job to protect the president's daughter. He did not have to do that. He sacrificed himself, killing himself, to give more oxygen to the president's daughter so she could stay alive. So I think a way like, yeah, because there is a movie that is just like that, how you just said nothing. Yeah, and about the story I was saying with the Starbucks happened and everything, Starbucks stores around the world, I believe, took a day to themselves to teach us about how certain individuals were treated badly, how it hasn't even been like 100 years, excuse me, since this stuff happened and this and that. Oh yeah, with the Dark Knight. Yeah, because the criminal even said that they had their chance. Like, they blew it. Like, they knew what they were doing. They committed the reasons what they did. So that's why he, I think that's why the killer that actually took a life, he saved a bunch of innocent people, but the innocent person on the boat was like, well, why do they get to live? They had their chance and blah, blah, blah and everything. It's like, yeah, it's a perfect example. And I actually really love that part in that movie, like, the absolute most, because in a sickening way, it's also a very beautiful moment, because it shows you that even a person that took a life can also save a life. Because he even said, like, this should have been done a long time ago, and that's why he throws it out the window. And you're sitting there going like, oh my god, a criminal did that? But the criminal understands because they took a life. They understand the importance of a life. But yes, the innocent people on the other side of the boat were saying like, oh, well, you know, why do they get to live, blah, blah, blah. Why do we get to die for them? Yeah, it's perfect. Let both of them get to live, which was really, which was a huge shock, you know? I won't lie about saying that. It was a really large shock, because I actually thought that person was just like, oh, whoa, and then he was going to blow up the boat. Yeah, but I think the reason why what happened with the Joker not because of the movie Joker. It's just because he had so much bad crap happen to him in his entire life that I think his psyche of that broke. But yes, like a supposed killer saved a bunch of innocent people, and an innocent person wanted to kill a killer. It's like also that one moral story. Oh crap! It's also like that one moral story and everything, like not moral story, but it's like a Lost in Space, where the father was like, I could never kill a man, but I can kill a monster, because the doctor had turned into a monster, but he had killed his family. Yeah, true, I agree with that too, nothing. What was I saying? Oh well, I forgot. I was like, oh well, I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. Let's talk about something and then like, NERF! I forgot. Oh yeah, the Monster vs. Man. I actually have not seen Attack on Titan. I know a lot of people are like, well, why don't you watch it? It's like, it's basically like same thing with like MMOs. If it cannot keep me interested, I won't watch it. I won't play it. Yeah, like the Monster vs. Man. Like if a man kills another human being, right? They're no longer a human. They've given up their human rights. To me, they've given up their human rights as a human being. Therefore, they're a monster, and therefore gives you the right to exterminate that said monster. Like Lost in Space. Yeah, like I said, it's like Dota 2 is the only MOBA that can keep me coming back to it. But I played other MOBAs. I played Smite. I played like in battle royale games. I played PUBG. I played Fortnite. I liked them at first, but I hate them because I don't like battle royale games. I do not like that one life aspect. Just for you to like get killed in like 5 seconds and then have to restart and do everything all over again. I don't like that. That irritates me. That doesn't give me a chance to understand the game. That doesn't give me a chance to be able to play said game. And that doesn't give me a chance to experience the game in a good way. Which is why I refuse to play Battle Royale games. So no Apex Legends, no PUBG, no Fortnite. Oh dear lordy, what's the other Battle Royale one? And the Call of Duty one, I won't play those. Even if it's a full team, I won't play it, but I'm not gonna lie though, even though I said what I said, if my friends decide they want to play it and they need a player, I'll play, but I know I won't enjoy it. Well, that's why I brought up earlier, if I was a human being and I killed another human being, I give up my rights as a human because I committed the ultimate sin. It's like if you harm somebody out of anger, you harm somebody. Basically, if you harm anybody for any reason, for any emotion, or for any sin, I won't deny this, you can become redeemable, but I think you've probably lost your way. But if you can at least regain your humanity, you're still going to be regarded and seen as a monster because you took a life. That, to me, is how I would look at that situation. It would be like Batman. He used to kill people. He killed people with guns. He used guns. He was just like bang, 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 dead, you know? He didn't care. and now he refuses to use guns. The Riddler, for Batman, made him close to killing him, and he confessed that to, you know, Catwoman, Selina Kyle. Batman actually broke down in tears because he was like so close to killing him. Yeah, but John Paul II, I think he reversed it. I think you can forgive someone who tried to kill you. I don't think you can forgive somebody who actually had killed you, but then again, you wouldn't know, though. Maybe John Paul just knew something back in that time that we don't know today, or something like that. It's like Leonardo da Vinci. He was way ahead of his time. I know it's probably wrong analogies or like differences or bringing someone up for this or that reason, but it's like a, hey, hang on, I gotta go put my dog outside real quick. I'll be right back, because my dad asked me this question and it infuriated him, and you're gonna know why soon enough. Hang on, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Okay, so this is what my dad asked me one day, and this is what really ticked him off. My dad had asked me, he said, the day I stand before God, and God asked me to forgive him, I don't know. Basically, you know, I want to be forgiven for the sins I committed. I straight out just said, no. My dad blew up and said, nobody is that noble. And I told my dad that, well, the reason why I'm going to probably say no is because if I committed said sins and I was conscious about it and I knew about it and I knew it was wrong, but I still did it, why should I be forgiven for it if I still went through with it? It makes no sense. He's like, well, that's not how God works. He's like, and you're not noble. And that's why I said, like, he was mad that I even said that, because he said nobody is that noble. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's like, well, that's my choice, that's my decision. Sorry. And, you know, it's like, again, like I said, like, I made that choice. I could have stopped myself, but I didn't. But I made it. Like, what's the difference? What's the difference to you? What is it to you? Why does it matter to you? It's just how I feel about it. Like, if I knew I was sinning and I still committed and went through with it, then I should not be forgiven for it. But, like I said, that's just me. My dad told me to change my answer if I ever stood before God on that day to be asked to be forgiven, and I better say yes. Well, I think that's why I would say no. It's just be like, I would like to be forgiven, but I still committed it. I still gone with it. So this, I should not be forgiven for it. Like if I killed a person and that person I killed was, you know, there and everything else, you know, it's just like if I asked them, you know, will you forgive me, and they said no, then okay, I'm not forgiven. Like, you know, it's like whatever. Well, yeah, that's why I said I don't think my dad really enjoyed that answer I gave. It's like it's not being noble. It's just, again, if I committed the sin, I was conscious of it. I still did it by going through with it. Should I be forgiven for it? Probably not. That's my answer. And like I said, he was infuriated. We're not men of God. We're not like Catholics or Christians. We don't go by the Bible or anything. It's just I was Christian raised. But again, I think with my dad, he did not enjoy that. Well, that's why I said, like, I want to be forgiven, but because of my actions and still committing a sin, I don't believe that I should, even though I want forgiveness. It's not the fact that I need forgiveness. I want, you know, need or want and everything. It's just, like, I don't know. I can't really explain it without contradicting myself. But even though I probably just did. It's just like, yes, even though I did commit sins, I still want to be forgiven for them. But because of me being me, in my own honest opinion, should I be forgiven? No. Because I still went through with it, and I could have stopped myself. It's like, oh god, it's like that one video game, Tales of Fantasia or something like that. At the very beginning, you hear a voice that says, there is evil in this world. It lurks in the hearts of man. And it's like, okay, well, every single person on this planet is capable of doing evil. Every person on this planet is also capable of doing extreme good deeds. Doing good deeds. Like, even if it's the smallest ones, rescuing a tiny mouse, tiny baby hummingbird, tiny baby bird, walking, you know, an elderly woman across the street. It's a good deed. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said, like, I would want forgiveness, but I don't think I should receive the forgiveness because I still went through with it, you know. But like in my heart, I know I would want forgiveness. I would want to be forgiven, but my mind would be like, nah, I don't deserve it. But that's why I was saying I'll keep repeating myself. I definitely do want forgiveness. But do I think that I deserve forgiveness? No. He just threw a boulder on me. Blizzard on me. Thunder. No match. Okay, Thunder heals. Oh, I should have read your name. But, again, in saying every human being on this planet is capable of good, every human being on this planet is also capable of great evil. It just depends on what we want to do with that, I suppose. Well, yeah, I mean, it's God, you know? Like, God knows everything that we do. God knows everything that we're going to do. God knows this, God knows that. God has, you know, God's plan. It's all laid out. Like, everything that's going to happen is supposed to happen. It's, you know, part of his thing, you know? Well, I mean, we can always go back to John Paul II, I guess, from what, it was 20 years ago, saying that I guess he was going to be assassinated and he forgave his assassin. Like, I probably wouldn't, but at the same time, I was like, I probably would. It's like, hey, you know, you tried, you failed, I forgive you. Well, it's like this. Like, I would like to think that I am a good person. I would like to think and believe that I am a good person. I would like to think and believe that I'm not capable of any wrongdoing. But in fact, that I am. Which is probably the reason why I stay away from doing anything that would cause great harm, or anything that would cause destruction, or anything like that, to, you know, just completely just stay away from it. You know what? I'm actually like that with on that one with you on that. I'm with you on that one, Velas. Like, if I got to beat my killer, like, dude, why'd you kill me? What did I ever do to you? We don't know each other. Why did you target me? I'm not gonna lie, I would have questions. If I got, yeah, like, I'm serious. I agree with Velas on that one. If I ever met if I was dead, my killer died, and I'd be like, I get to meet my killer, I'd be like, dude, why'd you kill me? Like, what did I ever do to you? What was the point of it? It's like, did we know each other? Did I bring you any pain? Like what? Like, what gives, man? Like, what is this? Oh, excuse me. Thank God I got, like, a crap ton of elixirs. Well, but thank you, though, nothing about, like, you trying to at least understand where I'm going with what I'm saying. Right? See, I would say something like that, too. Like, I was joking around with my dad. I was like, man, it would suck for me to get shot in the head. And my dad was like, why? Because if I ever met God and God would be like, well, what was going through your mind that day? I was like, I would be like, a bullet? Like, hello? My dad would be like, I don't think God would like your, I don't think God would like your answer. I was just like, well, it's the truth. If I got shot and killed, you know, in the head, like, you know, I got asked, like, what was going through your mind? But, like, I'd probably be like, the bullet. It's not trying to be a smart ass about it. I'm just being dead serious. No pun intended. Or I could mess with the guy with puns, you know, that if I got stabbed, like, dude, knife to know you. What? Yeah, but saints are saints. They're not supposed to kill. Well, yeah, I know it's humor, but my dad was like, no. But I'm like, but it's a joke. He's like, I know it's a joke, but like, no. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's like, if I got blown up and everything, like, what was the last thing going through my mind? Probably my ass. I mean, like, come on, like, really? My ear went that way. My eyeball went that way. Like, I never thought I could see so many colors at once. My life flashed before my eyes. Literally flashed before my eyes in a bright, blinding flash of light. Oh. Well, I do believe that people can be saved if they want to be saved. It's like, unfortunately, with my brother, I think it's almost 2 weeks now. My brother overdosed. He would ask people for help, but he doesn't want to help himself. He wants people to help him. And I told him, like, I can't help you if you're not going to help yourself. I won't help you. He's like, well, I'm your brother. It's like, that's messed up. I was like, you're missing the point. He's like, well, what point? And I was like, dude, I told you, if you are not willing to help yourself, and you're asking me to help you, you're never going to get any help. You have to help yourself first. It's going to be difficult and hard, because it's just you. You have to work on you. Nobody else can work on you. It doesn't work like that. only you can change. I can only tell you the words I'm telling you now, but I can't help you. You have to help yourself. He didn't overdose or anything. I'm sorry, he didn't die from overdosing. But this is just what I was telling him, you know, because he said he was trying to change his life around. He was going to church, going to therapy, stuff like that. But, well, apparently it wasn't working because he's not willing to help himself. Like, I know I'm speaking harshly about my brother, but at the same time, like, I've already told him, like, you can only help yourself. My sister, I, and her husband at the time, years ago, we tried to help somebody with an addiction like this, a problem like this. He kept doing it. Like, that's why when I learned from that one time of doing it, like, that's why I was not going to help my brother, because I knew I would not be able to help him. He has to help himself. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Like, I don't clarify myself properly on certain aspects of what's being said, and I really need to work on that. And I know, like, he's not dead. He's in the hospital. He's doing fine, doing much better now, but I'm so sorry. Like, I kind of, like, left you hanging on that one. Like, I'm trying to work on better explaining situations, and it didn't go out the way I was hoping it would very well. Why are my feet in the air? Hey, look, it's raining money! Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but nobody can help somebody else with an addiction. You can't do that. It won't work. It never works. Like, that person has to help themselves. As harsh as it is saying, I've seen this from personal experience. You can't help anybody. They have to help themselves. My dad smoked for, like 35 years of his life? And he took medicine, and something with his medicine that he took something else gave his body such a nasty shock that it scared him so bad he was like, I'm done, I can't do this no more. And he hasn't smoked in close to 10 years now. Like, he's free of smoking. He doesn't smoke anymore. I don't know what caused him to have that nasty shock with the medicine that he mixed with something else, but like I said, it gave him such a nasty shock, it made him rechange his life, like Robert Downey Jr. It was all because of a cheeseburger from Burger King. Disclaimer, not promoting. If I just paraphrasing, he said it was the most disgusting thing he ever tasted. It made him rethink his life. He threw all of his drugs down the toilet, got himself sober, started an Ironman, built his career back up. And he's been doing wonderful ever since. Because he helped himself. Well, that's why I was saying, like, we've tried to help... Ooh, a flare tone. We've tried to help family members and friends with stuff like that. It always went downhill. Like, my brother, he's the second person, one of our acquaintances that we knew for the first time. Alright, well, so I don't think you're going to miss too much of anything, Velas. So pretty much once I finish this tower, I'm going to save it and turn it off. And I'm almost finished with it. I got like 4 treasures left. I just wish the battles would stop. And I'm almost at 2 hours too, so I'm going to be stopping soon shortly anyway. I need to download my videos and get them together so I can upload them to YouTube. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I'm sorry, the We Get Serious episode is coming to an end? Oh, us. Ha! Oh, there. Epiphany! It was us all along. I see. Well, hopefully it won't shut off before I beat this part, so... yeah. And, you know, speaking of that, I think I'm going to have to, like, let my phone run on something tomorrow so I can just let it die so I can charge it up again. Brand new. 5%. Yeah, you got plenty of time. Your PC's already probably shutting stuff off to reserve its battery. It's like, I'm not going without a fight, you SOB. It's like that chicken that was still kicking at KFC. The one that, like, there's like a picture of it where the chicken's like this. Like, it's all like dead, but, you know, chicken. It's like, it still put up a fight. He died fighting. Blue eyes! Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened there? Blue eyes, white dragon. Okay, thunder, fire, and blizzard. Which one will deal damage? Fire. He goes into hibernation. Okay, fire. Fire it is. Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes of Futurama. You know, I actually think that's the reason why I enjoyed Futurama more than I did The Simpsons, is because Futurama was more serious. It's like my friend explained to me, like, the difference between American Dad and a Family Guy is that one plays the Democratic Party while the other plays Republican. And I laughed so hard, and I was like, that makes so much more sense now. And he's like, yeah, it does. Oh, wow, this fight's finishing up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom and let my dog in. Not in that order, by the way. Alrighty, I am back. Okay, what door? What door do we want to choose? Did I get all the chests? All but one, go figure. Oh, like the dog with the pizza? Oh my god, dude, that hit me so hard. I think that was one of the most hard-hitting cartoon episodes that ever hit me. It was so brutally sad. Fry showed that dog love and compassion even though he's a stray, and that dog was loyal to him. Stayed outside that pizza place every season, every year, every day, every second. My god, man. So sad. It's like it hit me right in the heart. I was like, oh, it got me right in the feels. Okay. But yeah, I always liked Futurama better. Again, I thought it was more, it was a more appropriately funny cartoon. Oh yeah, where they spent like many years together because everything was frozen in time. What was it? They were frozen in time for like what, 50, 60 years or something? Okay, so what I was saying earlier that like, oh, you need to level up Minwoo, get him his stats higher. Well, I guess in the Pixel Remaster you don't really have to do that. I'm sorry, give me just a moment, please. Yeah, they do a lot of, it's amazing how they're able to do something like that. Okay, let's see, stamina 17. Okay, stamina 17. I've actually haven't seen Disenchanted because I didn't have Netflix, so I didn't get to watch it, sadly. I have a friend, she absolutely just loves Disenchanted. Sorry about clearing my throat with that loud one. Oh, power armor. Power sash. I think he's done for. I'm sorry, give me a moment again. Ah, there it is. No. Yes. Really? Gold hairpin out of all of them? Weirdo. Interesting. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna have to come back in here next time and try to find all the treasures. Do 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 do. All right. So this is where no. I'm not gonna call it just yet because with my luck, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna start something new and different. Yep, okay, sea dragons, they're new. Oh, holy crap, look at this. Goldfish. You lived? Like, alright, well, I'm just gonna stop this right here. I'm gonna try to avoid anywhere. I'm gonna try to get them a little bit stronger again, or just go to the places I'm missing treasure in. So I will be re-exploring, just to show you. I'll be re-exploring the Mesidian Tower, Castle East. No, I'm gonna have to wait because of the Wyvern. I'm gonna have to wait for Finn and Castle Finn for the items. So, yeah, okay, I probably should wait because if I don't, I'm probably gonna be stupid and start something I'm not supposed to. Alright, so I hope you all enjoy this. Please take care. Have a wonderful night. I hope to see you guys next time. What did I just say? I said next time. I hope? Yeah. Alright, so bye-bye and take care. Oh boy. Actually, my voice is getting hoarse.